picture of elegance, riding on the stall. Phone number, such a gentleman. Who you gonna call, baby? I've been waiting for you.
Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. It's been quite a while, but I am back and I'm so excited for this video because it's all about one of my loves in my life, which is matcha. Matcha, it's so confusingly good that I just love it. So I was in LA for quite a while and the matcha scene there completely different than here. Like in Boston, it's kind of, I mean, it's there, but it's not the greatest. And there it's just, they do it different. So they have these things called matcha einspanners, which by the way, throughout the entire video, I will mispronounce. I'm like also just doing the American pronunciation of it. I think it's Einspanner. Einspanner? But I feel like I'll just make more of a fool of myself trying to pronounce it the German way because it is German. Correct me if I'm wrong. But basically they have these Einspanners and it's a matcha latte with cream on top. Or if you want like a coffee Einspanner, it's just coffee with cream on top. It's very, very decadent. And it's also so good. They don't have anything like that here in Boston. So I was just like, I'm gonna try every great Einspanner in LA and rate them. Even though it's like not just a matcha latte, it's a latte with cream on top, I'm still judging the actual quality and taste of the latte itself. And I'm an iced latte kind of gal, okay? You will not catch me drinking a hot latte unless it was by mistake. Not since it's a chai latte. Chai lattes are good. Anyways, besides the point. So I made an entire list, right? And I narrowed it down to 5 coffee shops that supposedly have the best matcha Einspanners. So I went to all of them and I tried all of them. That was really fun. And how I'm rating them is based on how watery it is because watery matcha is disgusting. How well mixed it is. If it's not clumpy, chef's kiss, they're making it right. And third, how deep the matcha flavor is. Now, I will be honest, I don't really like super earthy matchas because I think they can be kind of bitter. So I do like sweet matchas, but not like overly sweet, but just like a tad of sweetness. So basically, how strong is the matcha flavor? Is it too strong or is it just right? That's what I'll be judging. So the first location I went to, I just want to preface first before we get in that this was supposed to be my last location that I was going to visit. But at that time, timing just didn't work out and it was the nearest coffee shop to me. I was pretending that, oh, it's my last coffee shop, even though I had not been to any previously before that coffee shop. But nonetheless, I tried it and this is my review. So let's go drink some matcha. All right. Ooh.
Maybe we should say second matcha.
Oh.
Or last matcha. Because you're trying.
All right. Last matcha of the day. Again, I don't know why I felt the need to lie. I really don't. Anyhow, let's continue. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so good. That's like, it's like just matcha and whipped cream. Like, what could be better than that? It's sweet enough. It's not watery. And it's just delightful. Those are my words. Delightful, not watery, and sweet enough. That's my review.
Now, because I can't muster enough courage to give a detailed review in public, I'm gonna do it via voiceover. The matcha was perfectly mixed because it wasn't clumpy at all, and the matcha latte wasn't very sweet, but it wasn't bitter either. The sweetness mostly came from the cream, which was also slightly sweetened, and it wasn't watery. Overall, I give this an 8 out of 10 because while it was a solid matcha drink, the latte itself could have had a stronger matcha flavor. But anyways, let's now carry on with the video.
Very good, and a solid matcha. You should totally try. Okay, there you go.
Do me a favor and ask for the Wi-Fi password.
Sure.
Alrighty, for the next location, we are going to a place that I have been many times before. It is 85 degrees C, and they serve up a sea salt matcha latte. Like, what? And I actually had this like 2 times before I even filmed this review. And originally, I wasn't even going to put this in the video, but it was so good that I'm like, you know what? The 5th matcha place I'm going to is out, this one's in. And I will explain to you guys thoroughly why this just had to make it into the video.
Alright guys, so we're back. I've been drinking this, as you've seen. It's so good. So the sea salt series, basically, it's kind of like a salted cheese foam, if you will, and I think it pairs really well with the matcha because you know how matcha can sometimes taste like grass, right? Well, I think that with the sea salt and the matcha, it also got 50% sweetness. It just blends beautifully and kind of balances everything out. Also, They mix their matcha really well, so it's more like a matcha syrup and not just like putting powder in and then it's like super clumpy. That is not the case here. So very, very good. Definitely one of my favorite matcha lattes ever. Also, the secret to their boba, or their drinks, is that they put in some heavy cream and milk together. So it's not just milk, there's heavy cream in it too. Which I know you're thinking, drinking straight up heavy cream? Are you serious? Well, that's what makes it good. So I'm not saying this is the healthiest drink in the world, but we're not trying to go for healthy today. We're trying to go for a good matcha, and this is definitely a good one. On to the next place. Alright guys, so we're going to Cafe de Lala. I found this place on TikTok, by the way, this cafe, and it looked like they have the prettiest matchas, and I hope they taste just as good. So we're gonna go there.
Okay guys, we're officially at the cutest cafe I have ever been to. And they're actually a chain. Their other cafes are called Lalaland, but this one is their special cafe because it's their reserve cafe. And what that means is that they use higher quality ingredients here, such as ceremonial matcha, which is the highest grade matcha. I also want to add that all their cafes are meant to promote joy and kindness, and that's very evident throughout the decor. I bought a mug because their mugs are just so cute, and I was very tempted to buy a tote bag, but I had to resist because I came here for one thing and one thing only, and that was their matcha latte, which was honestly the most delicious looking latte I've ever seen in my life. It was also super cute.
So excited! I've been wanting to go here forever, so... Okay, let's try these. Wait, why is this not coming out? This is not...
Now, because I was glitching, instead of grabbing a straw like a normal person would, I grabbed a wooden stick because I thought that would help me somehow drink the latte. I don't know.
So I got the Cafe de Lala latte with matcha. It's still not coming out. Oh, that's good. That's good.
So why was it not coming out?
Because there's like a thick layer of cream on top. Basically, it's a whole thick layer of cream. It's sweet without you having to ask if it's sweet or not, which is like what I love, because I love sweet matchas. Overall, like not watery at all. And it's like, yeah, the perfect amount of sweetness. It's cute, aesthetic. I'd go here often, honestly, if I could, but...
I mean, look at that store though. Beautiful.
I'm like almost halfway done with it already.
Are you?
Yeah. Because the rest is just cream.
Well, then you might have to like
yeah.
mix it.
So it's just whipped cream and cocoa powder on top. Oh, delicious. It's matcha and whipped cream. My two favorite things ever. I give this like a solid... This is a 9 out of 10, honestly. Because chocolate too. I love chocolate, which is cocoa powder. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
I literally downed that latte in like 15 minutes. I'm not even joking. It was so good, and I have dreams about it to this day. Then for lunch, we went to Sqirl, which also had a matcha latte. This was their strawberry matcha latte. It was super cute, super pretty, but I must say it was a tad bit watery. And for some reason, I got notes of cardamom in it. I don't think there were any, but that's just what it tasted like. I think if you want a more earthy, less sweet matcha with an interesting twist on it, then this would be your jam. Now our next location is Maru Coffee, and this place was packed. The line was so long. It's a small coffee shop, so it makes sense why there was such a long line. And overall, this gave me more of like a hipster kind of vibe. This is where the cool kids go to get coffee. And of course, I got a matcha latte, and this was my live review.
Okay, so we went to Maru Coffee. I got the matcha latte with a cream top. And I'll be honest, it was a shit show getting it because I did the grave error of putting the cream on top and everything just overflowed. I spilled on my pants. I got cream everywhere, and I'm gonna be honest, I already tried it. I'm gonna pretend that I didn't try it yet. You know, it's very good, but I will say it's not the best. And this one, it's just basic. It's okay. If you like a less sweeter matcha, this is great because the only sweetness you're really getting is from the cream. And that's it. Okay, also I just realized something. This was the most expensive latte that I've had so far. This was $9 because the cream does not come with a latte. And the cream as a side was $3 and the latte itself was $6. The latte at Cafe de Lala was like $6.70. And it came with a lot of cream and like good amount of matcha, obviously. And MemoryLook, same thing. So value-wise, not really there. And also the more I drink it, the more watery it kind of is. So it's okay. Not the best, but definitely not the worst so far. No, it is the worst so far. What am I talking about? But not the worst latte I've ever had in my life.
So, to redeem my bad matcha experience earlier in the day, I found out there's a Lalaland, which is the chain of Cafe de Lala at the Grove. While the vibe here is the same as Cafe de Lala, the drinks are slightly different. However, they still do use high quality ingredients according to their website. Also, the merch here was absolutely giving. Anyhow, so I got a large matcha latte because I'm like, I just want to redeem again what happened earlier. So here she is in all her glory.
My favorite cafe ever. I got a large iced matcha latte with the Lala cloud cream on top, which I thought it was whipped cream, but it looks to be kind of like something a little thinner than cream. So let's give it a try to see how it compares to the one I had yesterday. Beautiful. This is sweet too. Like, this is a sweet matcha, but it's not like uberly sweet, but this is delicious. So much better than the one I had earlier, and also cheaper, and it comes with cream on top, so not trying.
And it's from this cute
And it's
place.
from this really cute cafe. Not trying to throw shade here, but Maru Coffee needs to step it up. Alright guys, we're going to our final matcha location, which is DAMO. That's in Japantown, and they make supposedly really great matcha ice spinners. Again, the one I had yesterday was very disappointing, so I'm really hoping that this won't be. Let's go!
Okay, so we headed over to Japantown, and the cafe itself was so cute. Like, it was a modernistic Asian kind of cafe. They usually have more pastries here, but we came a little late, and I got, of course, the matcha ice spanner. And I love how they garnished it with the matcha powder. It looked so pretty. And guys, look how thick this cream is. That's how you know this is super fatty cream, and it was so good. But here's my live review.
It's like pretty luxurious, sweet enough, not watery at all. It's perfect. It's literally, it's amazing.
And price-wise?
How much was this? So I made my comparisons, right? Cafe de Lala, very good. Love their lattes here. And this, honestly, kind of a tie, but I think what makes it different is that Cafe de Lala, the cream, there's more of like a cream to matcha, actual drinkable matcha ratio. This one is more balanced, and it's like not too sweet, sweet enough. Cafe de Lala latte was definitely a little bit sweeter than this. So I think overall, if you want to have a lot more cream than matcha, it's Cafe de Lala. But if you want more matcha to drink and just more of a balanced ratio, then this place is the place to go. It was also a little bit more expensive. This was $7.50. Cafe de Lala was like $6.70. So again, value-wise, a bit different there. But this was so good. I'm like gonna finish this in the next 2 minutes. So yeah. All right, guys. So I went to all of those places. I drank my weight in matcha when I was in LA, obviously. And now I'm gonna tell you which one I think was the best. So let's rate them. The worst was definitely Maru Coffee. I'm sorry if you do love Maru Coffee. It's just, to me, the matcha was super like watery. The matcha flavor didn't really come through that well, and the sweet cream, $3, like, come on. But also the sweet cream wasn't all that like, oh my god. Like, there are some things that are expensive to add on to certain things, right? But I'm willing to pay for it if it's really good. That was not worth it to me. And I just felt like it was overhyped. Again, it was watery, not really strong matcha flavor, and it was expensive as fuck. So that's why it is number 5. Okay, so for 4th place, you know, okay, the latte at Lalaland Cafe, not Cafe de Lala, okay, but like their other typical locations. The one at the Grove, that wasn't actually as great as the one at Cafe de Lala. That's the thing. So that's why it will be 4th. I mean, it's still a good matcha, you know. I will say the matcha flavor, which I failed to mention during that time when I did a live review, was that the matcha flavor wasn't very strong. And it was also not incredibly sweet. That's probably on me. I probably just like ordered it incorrectly, because I did order a large and I didn't ask for like any sweetener or anything like that. So that's probably why the sweetness to bitterness ratio wasn't really ratioing. But it wasn't a bad latte, however. Like, if you like matcha and you just need to pick me up, that is a great place to go at the Grove. But with that, it is 4th because it just simply, it didn't really impress me as much. But it did make up for the matcha I had at Maru Coffee. Still better than Maru Coffee. 3rd place, okay, it's going to have to be 85C. I love 85C, and it's still an amazing matcha latte. Okay, but this is how you order it. So you get the sea salt matcha latte, ask for 50% sweetness if it's small, but if it's large, ask for 100%. It's not too sweet, by the way. Like 100% is not like straight up vanilla syrup or anything like that. I don't know what they sweeten it with, probably simple syrup. But anyways, it's not too sweet, but it's like the perfect amount. So that's how you should order it. It was still very good. So this was so close and it was so hard. The reason why number 2 is Cafe de Lala is because despite it being literally actually quite perfect, right? The only thing that was imperfect about it was the ratio. There was so much more cream that like the only like drinkable amount of matcha was like half the cup. I mean, yes, it was a pretty inexpensive matcha latte compared to the other lattes. However, like I think I was able to drink that within 10 minutes because again, there wasn't really a whole lot of matcha latte in there. And I love whipped cream. I sincerely love whipped cream. And to me, in my world, there's no such thing as too much whipped cream. However, in this case, I think there was. So they just kind of make it more latte than cream than it would have been number 1. Number 1 is DAMO Coffee. I would go there every single day. I would. Because not only, first of all, it's a great place to work at because it's so simple and clean, and they also have free Wi-Fi, bless. Their latte. If you looked up in the dictionary what a perfect matcha latte is, that would be it. Even if you didn't have the cream on top, let's say, the matcha latte itself was so good and literally the best I've ever had. And the cream on top, it wasn't too much, it was just the cherry on top. It was excellent. And yes, it was a bit more expensive than Cafe de Lala, however, you do get more drinkable latte to cream ratio. Like that time I downed it within like 10 minutes because it was so good I couldn't stop drinking. Not because there wasn't enough, just because I couldn't stop drinking it. If you don't like cream on top, you can ask for like no cream, like for any of these if you just like the latte itself. So if you want the greatest matcha latte, in my opinion, okay, in LA, it's definitely DAMO Coffee. And the staff there was so friendly. Like they were so kind. Anyhow, that was my journey on finding the best matcha latte in LA. And we found it. So I want to thank you guys. If you made it this far into the video, my gosh, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. I'm gonna go drink some more matcha now. Bye.